abstract. Yeah, it's complicated what you say, the way you act. Well, it makes me so confused. I don't know what to do anymore. Can't you just make up your mind? My heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. How it hurts to see you smile, like a dagger in me. She just seems so juvenile. I just want it to be me. I wanna set your world on fire. Oh, you're so sure I'll stick around. Oh, my heart drops when you play around. How can you be up when I'm down? Don't wanna think about it right now. Maybe you just wanna be friends, but there is a fight when we are talking. Maybe you just wanna pretend, but I can read between the lines. Even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be. Oh, even if I can't deny that all the things you said are hurting, still wanna be with you. I think you want it too. 'Cause baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. No, baby, I don't wanna be. Baby, I don't wanna be.
About to leave, already packing. Come with me, I'm not really asking. We'll get away to a place where we don't know. About to see the world in action, what we can be. Life with no distractions, we'll get away. This is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free with me. Let's go, let's be free with me. Not looking back, eyes on the freeway, Bonnie and Clyde, a classic cliche. We're on the run, this is what we waited for. Take my hand, we'll make it somehow. We can't miss out. I'm done living life with the lights out. Die with my own doubts. Be free.
Hi everyone, I'm Alicia from Papercraft Secrets and welcome to the live today. And I'm seeing lots of people in the chat. I can see Susan and Laurie and Linda and Calm and Joyce. So welcome to everybody and thanks for joining me today. It is 8:30 a.m. Sunday morning here in Australia in Queensland, and it's actually raining here today. We've had rain overnight. Hi Essie, hi Susan, and I've got lots of questions coming in. Before I get to the questions, I just wanted to share my project if that is okay. So I did something a little bit different today. I didn't make a card. Normally I do make a card, but I wanted to do two things. One was make just a little tag. Thank you, Roberta. She says she loved your tags. These tags are very easy to make. So they're perfect for beginners. I know probably most of you doing the summit are not beginners, but if you are a beginner and you haven't used your Cricut much, if perhaps you have taken the summit to sort of try to get a little bit more into your Cricut, then these tags are a really easy project. And I made them easy also because Christmas is such a busy time of year, and sometimes we just need something quick and easy. We don't want to be sort of flustered with something difficult. So I have picked a very easy project. And also as part of my project, so there's like a few different tags that we made in the class, in case you haven't seen the class yet. And the other thing that we do in my class is we design our own wrapping paper using Canva. Now, if you I've included the papers that I made as a free printable, so you don't have to design your own. So the free printable that you get the SVG files, but you also get the papers here. So this was the one that I used, the gold and the red. But I show you in the class how you can change it to any color scheme you like, right? So this one here, I did the red and the gold, so the opposite version. And then this one here, I changed it to purple and gold. So you can basically change it to any color that suits you. I did green and gold, and then I went for silver, and I went like a pink and a silver. And then the last one I did was an aqua and a silver. So they're all the free papers that you get in the printable. And then in the class, I show you how you can design your own wrapping paper in Canva. And also, like, you could do birthday wrapping paper or any type of wrapping paper. You don't have to just keep it to Christmas. The same sort of thing with the tags. I was just having a little chat to Erin before we went on to the live, and we were sort of saying how it would be really good to have just like a stash of tags ready to go in your, how we all have like a stash of cards. So when someone's birthday comes up, you can sort of look through your card stash and hopefully find a birthday card that might suit, or a wedding card that might suit. It would also be nice to have like a little stash of tags for especially for Christmas, but even for birthdays if you need a tag, because you just sometimes want them on hand. You don't want to have to go through the whole process of setting up the Cricut and cutting one out when you just need one really fast. So Laurie's saying she made tags once and they were so tiny. I know these, I think, maybe just a little bit big for this present, but it obviously depends on the present you want to wrap. And like you can make in Cricut, of course, you can make them at any size that suits you. So you could make a set of small tags, medium tags, and large tags and have them all ready to go. I personally think I will do that because I always still buy tags, right? Like I bought tags just this week, which is ridiculous. Kristen says, do I have a favorite color scheme? Well, my favorite color is kind of aqua blue. That's my favorite color. But I do love making purple. I've done a lot of kind of purple printables that people really like. So this was just one example. Like, I find purple really fun to make things with. And I tend to stick to kind of pastel colors, but I don't really have a set color scheme because I try to make printables that suit everyone. So when I'm making a printable, it's not really for me, it's more for what other people like. So that's why I try to do a variety of colors. Like this one here, this was like a autumn printable, and it's sort of like all in those autumn tones, which is not my color scheme. Like, that would be my cup of tea, but I try to do a variety of everything. Yeah, so I don't really have a favorite, although blue is my favorite color. Question. When working with foil cardstock, how do you remove a glue spot? So I don't know if maybe you're talking about how on my video I just did a little bit of a dab with a tissue to get rid of some glue because silly me, like when I did my sunflower tag, I did use a little bit too much glue and I had to wipe it off with a tissue. I'm not sure on foil cardstock because I actually don't use any foil cardstock. Well, I haven't used it for years and years and years. I don't know if there is a way you can get the glue off of foil cardstock. Maybe just put a little embellishment over the top, like a little flower or something, or a star to just hide the glue stain perhaps. But yeah, I actually don't own any foil. This one here is like a glitter cardstock, so it's quite robust and it didn't leave any stains. Susan's saying a baby wipe works, so try that. I wonder if it has to be wet though, Susan, or will that get off the stain? So try a baby wipe or a tissue. Susan says, do you use AI to design your papers? So are you talking about the printables? With the printables, I use a variety of images. So some of them are AI and some of them are bought from Creative Fabrica. And then I just sort of like mush them all together and, like, because you have to change things. So you can't just kind of like just buy an image from Creative Fabrica and just use that without changing it. So I have to really change things up, like put two images together, change the color, layer them. Like I might get one flower from here and one fairy from there and put it together with and change the color and do the background. So there's a lot of sort of like creativity, I guess, that goes into it, but I'm always on the lookout for images because I love images. I'm addicted to beautiful images. Yeah, so did you hand stamp the wrapping paper and make the box? So no, I didn't, because you see, I am not a stamper. I'm like one of those weird crafters that barely ever stamps. It looks like it's stamped, and you could do that easily. You definitely could do that. But no, this is printed on the computer, or off the printer. So I made it in Canva, and then, I just printed it out like that. So, yeah. And in my class, I kind of go through how you can do that in Canva. Canva is a free application, so if you wanted to have a look, go in and have a little play with Canva, you can just do that for free and use their free elements. I can see, Laurie says, do you mainly make your crafting items with a Cricut? I have a Cricut, but I haven't used it much. Do more die cut and blending distress inks. Laurie, I actually don't make a lot of my things with my Cricut. And yeah, I know this is kind of controversial, I guess, but the Cricut and we don't always see eye to eye. So sometimes what happens with me is I'll have a little technological difficulty, and it will frustrate me, right? So I've had frustrations in the past with Cricut, and I don't enjoy that. Like, I am actually a fussy cutter from the beginning. So I used to fussy cut everything, and I still enjoy fussy cutting. So I don't actually use my Cricut a lot. But when I do use it, I like to get my son to just help me set it up, make sure everything's running smoothly, because crafting time for me is like kind of a bit of a sacred time. I like to be able to relax and just, just take a breath and enjoy. I don't really want to be having technological issues because that frustrates me. So I don't use my Cricut all the time. I do have my Cricut over there, and I have my brother Scan and Cut, which I actually like a lot. I love my Scan and Cut to be cutting out things for me. And I have just purchased a Silhouette machine, which I am only new to, and I did have success with using my printable on the Silhouette and cutting it out, but I'm still working on a tutorial for that. So that's really, really new to me. I've only just bought the Silhouette. Well, only been a few months, but I have only just got into it. Yeah, so that's the journey for me. What's your favorite way to add depth or texture? Depth or texture? So my favorite way would be to use little foam dots. That would be my favorite way. So on this card here, for example, I made a little floral cluster, and I used the foam dots. You can see there, I used the foam dots to sort of get it to sit out. So I have made a lot of cards in the past where I really go crazy with depth and texture. Some over there in that drawer where I like to use chipboard and flowers and what do you call it? That little soft chiffony kind of material, and lots of flowers and stuff like that. But with my printables, I tend to keep it pretty simple, and I just mainly use the little white dotty foam dots. What is the best way to get access to all your printables? Okay, so with my printables, Annie, I have a free printable library on my website. So this is www.papercraftsecrets.com.au. And if you sign up to the mailing list, you have access to the free printable library. In the library, there are lots and lots and lots of free printables that you can access for free. So that's one way. The second way is I have a shop on my website where you can buy printables, and I have lots and lots of printables there in the shop. But the best, most economic, most value for money way is to sign up to the Papercraft Secrets classroom. And in the classroom, it's very affordable. I think it's like $2.50 US a month, $5 Australian, around that sort of mark. And inside the classroom, you have access to all of my printables. So I think we've just reached 80 printables now. So all of these things here, like we do cards, like this is like a little waterfall card that we made for Mother's Day where you just flip it up like that. So we do lots and lots of cards, and there's also lots of video tutorials in there. So for every printable, there's video tutorials to give you ideas on what you can create. So the classroom is, it's like the best value, because the printables are a little bit dearer if you buy one at a time, but in the classroom you get all of them for just, depending on your currency, $2.50 US or $5 Australian a month. Plus you have access to all the video tutorials, and also, just being a part of the classroom, the community, things like that. So that is the most budget friendly, and everything is designed so that it is affordable for people. I just wanted it to be affordable for everyone, so it's not an expensive thing. So that's the best way to get all the printables. Sue says, my biggest waste of time is figuring out a color scheme. How do you decide on your colors? I know a lot of people find that, and I've seen how people are buying the color cubes, and colors for me are just easy. Like, I don't know. I guess it's because I start with an image. So when I am making a printable, I'll start with an image. So I'll be searching, and then I'll see something that I like something that strikes me, and then that's how I will form my color scheme. So I will search for images that are in that color scheme, and then what I'll do is I'll put the image into Canva, and I will pick out the colors from Canva. So let's just say, let's get a picture. Let's say this one here, for example, because this is pretty simple in terms of colors, right? So you've got like your main orange, you've got like a darker orange, you've got a little bit of light blue, and you've got your yellow. That's a really bizarre color scheme. But once you put your image into Canva, you can then pick out your dominant colors. So that's why I don't really use the color cube. Some people go to the color cube and they'll look at the colors and then they'll go from that. I will pick an image, which I guess is a similar thing. I'm just not using the color cube images. I will use the image from the wherever I've got it, Creative Fabrica, or if I've got it from AI, and then I'll put it into Canva and I'll pick out those colors. And so with my latest printables, I don't know, maybe the last 5, I've started doing like a color palette on the first page of the printable, so that people who really like to use their Cricut, like let's just say you want to put in an image of mine. Let's say you want to put in that fairy image and you want to make your own sentiment. Let's say you aren't happy with the sentiments in the printable and you want to make a custom sentiment. You want to know what colors are in that image so that you can then use that specific color to make your sentiment in Cricut. So now I'm putting like the hex colors that I've used at the start, so that for those people who use the Cricuts and that can just pull that specific color out and make their sentiment, or like you might want to change the color of the scallop circle or something. I don't know. I'm just thinking of I've just had that as a request, so that's what I'm doing now. So nothing scientific with me. It's just kind of like a feeling thing. It either feels right or it doesn't feel right. I don't know. It's just a kind of in my head thing. I find it really hard to explain. But it basically starts with an image that I'm happy with, and then I pick the colors from there. So I hope that answers your question. Laurie says, do you use Canva to create your printables? I just started learning Canva and I'm loving it so far. Is there other software you use? No, everything that I make, I create on Canva. So I am addicted to Canva. I use it not just for my printables, but I also use it for other things that I make, like because I do tutoring. So I tutor kids, so I make stuff for them, like I make slideshows and stuff in Canva. So instead of using PowerPoint, so Canva and I, we just love each other. I love Canva. It's so easy. I don't have any official designer training in terms of like I can't use Adobe Illustrator. Like I haven't had any designer training at all. It's all just me just having fun and just enjoying it. And Canva is perfect because it's so forgiving. It's so easy to use. It's free to start with. I actually do buy the, I pay for it because I want all the extra bits and pieces. But yeah, I mean, it's the perfect thing to play around in. You can easily make tags in Canva. Like I said, wrapping paper, play around with, you're making a card. Yeah, it's so much fun. So everything I make is in Canva. Then you can export it as a PDF or you can export it as a PNG file. The SVG exporting is just a bit dodgy in Canva. It's not 100%. Yeah, so lots and lots of fun to be had in Canva, absolutely. Elizabeth says she's having a lot of problems with printing on cardstock. I've just ordered the hammer mill. I'm sorry, I've just lost your comment, Elizabeth. So here it is here. Thanks, Erin. I was having a lot of problems with printing on cardstock. I've just ordered hammer mill color paper. Will this be better? Yeah, I've ordered that as well. Let's grab it. That's the hammer mill that I've got. That's the US letter. I wanted to try it. It's not as smooth as the HP Color Choice, which is the stuff that I use in Australia. It's just a little bit, like it's not smooth, but it's just not super smooth. I just saw someone saying Nina is wonderful. The one that I buy is the Australian version, which is the HP Color Choice. But of course it comes in the A4. It's just slightly smoother than the hammer mill. This one here is 250 GSM, which is slightly thicker. Michelle says the hammer mill made all the difference for me to be able to print Alicia's items. The hammer mill has no problem going through my printer. It's actually thinner. The hammer mill that I bought is 110 pounds, which is 199 GSM according to their conversions on the front. This one is thicker. This one has no problem going through my printer. It's 250 GSM, so I'm not sure what that is in grams. Yeah. The other thing you can do is look for your, you know, like I've got an Epson printer, but I'm using HP paper, but you could look for your specific, so let's say you have a Canon printer, you could look for Canon paper and or cardstock and see if they have that. It's a little bit of a trial and error until you just make sure that your printer's happy. It's about keeping your printer happy, basically. How can you figure out what your old cardstock is? I don't know how you can figure that out, actually. I just give it a try. Like, just put one little bit in and just try. If your printer's like, and just, it won't go in, you're like, okay, it doesn't suit. You've got to, it's kind of trial and error. And then if you just try with one thing, see how it, if it likes it. That's basically what I did. I just went to Officeworks, had a look around, bought what I thought might work, and just gave it a try. Or ask ChatGPT. He'll probably be able to help you as well. Yeah, so thank you so much to everyone for coming today. I hope you enjoyed the live. It's been lovely to have a chat with you. Always enjoy the lives. And yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to email me if you're not sure what paper you need to print on, or if you're having any trouble with your Cricut, you know, you're trying to get something to work and it's not working. I'm more than happy to try to help you. Yeah, so I'm always here and I try my best to get through all my emails. Sometimes I might miss a couple. They might go down the page. So if that happens, just please email me again. I won't be offended. Sometimes if I have like a day off emails, I can miss things. So just if there's anything that you've asked me and I haven't responded to, just send it through again so that I can see it. Because once it goes down onto those second pages, it's kind of lost forever. And I hope you've enjoyed the summit. Thank you so much to Brandy for having me and to Erin for all the technical support today. And I hope you enjoy the last couple of days. So thank you so much.